Farmer Dre back at it. Today, we are gonna go ahead and finish this high tunnel, put the plastic on, and get it all ready to go. So you guys stay tuned for today's video. If you guys saw my previous video, you guys know that we were pre-drilling these C-channels. You don't have to, but we found out that it works a lot better if you pre-drill them. So I'm gonna run in the shop here and use our drill press in the shop to get them all drilled, because it is a lot easier to do them with the drill press than the regular drill. So a few more minutes here in the shop, and then we're gonna go ahead and start, well, I'm gonna start putting on the C-channel. So the C-channel on the both base hit boards are put on. Now I gotta put them on the edge of this last arch here, or the last bow here. And then once we're done with that, then we're gonna come with the C-channel all the way down on the bottom of this, around the door, and then the plastic will be coming on here. So a little more busy work than, it's taking a lot longer than I expected. I've been out here by myself, and my dad and Radu, they put on these boards right here. But you know, if we had three or four people putting C-channel on, it'd be a lot quicker. But there's no point in complaining. The job needs to get done, so I'm gonna get to it now. So now the C-channels are up, and now we're gonna go ahead and put the plastic. That's the big plastic, the roll. But first we gotta put the end walls, and then we will put the top. So these guys, the strongman competition here, that's a 20 by 100, and the big one's a 40 by 100. So we're gonna go ahead and get to it, and hopefully it'll be, tops and sides will be covered by tonight. I know I'm not the best videographer, but you guys gotta admire that sunset in the background. Anyways, that's not the point. We're putting on the end walls here, and the most important thing about putting plastic on a high tunnel or greenhouse is to make sure you put the end walls first. And the reason being is, if anything ever happens to the plastic on top, then that doesn't affect the end walls. I mean, if you have a really bad storm and it rips everything off, then you have a problem. But if let's say you have a big tear in the plastic and it tears off, then you don't have to change the end walls. So put it on the end walls, both sides, and then we'll go ahead and start putting the plastic on the top. So the other end wall is on, and right now we threw 4 strings over the top of the frame, and we just tied it onto the plastic and slowly pulled it over. And I'm sorry about the lighting. I knew that the sun was going down, but this was the perfect condition because the wind was not blowing at all. It was about 55 degrees outside. So, you know, between all us 4 people, we got it on slowly and surely. We had to bring out the lights on the tractor and off the truck. We were able to see everything, but once again, I'm sorry that it's not a perfect view and you guys can't clearly see it. One thing to keep in mind that is very important whenever you are putting on the plastic is to make sure to pull it as tight as you can. And this is why the temperature is very critical. If the temperature outside is too cold and you don't stretch the plastic tight enough, then whenever you have 90 to 100 degree days in the summertime and you get a big wind gust, then that flopping plastic in the air could potentially rip out of the C-channel. So, you know, anywhere between 55 and 65 degrees is the perfect temperature, or if it's any warmer, the better. But if it's too hot and you stretch it too tight, then if you are like us in the Southwest or Southwest Missouri, then in the wintertime, whenever it gets down in the teens, it could potentially crack. So, you know, 55 to 65 degrees is perfect temperature for the plastic to put on. And we have our flashlights right here in this clip, and Val was on one side on the ladder and I was on the other side with Brownie, and just we had one person pulling down the plastic tight, and then me and Val are putting in the wiggle wire inside the C channel. and this took about 2 hours to complete all the plastic. But once it was nice and tight, then we don't have to worry about the plastic for the next 5 or 6 years. So just like that, the plastic is put on the high tunnel. And like I mentioned in my previous video, I'm gonna make a complete video on how this brownie works here. But we are covered now. We had to put out the lights, and then hopefully tomorrow, or whenever we get the chance, tomorrow's supposed to be really cold and wet. So that's why I hurried up tonight to put up the plastic. So it is Tuesday afternoon. We got done putting the plastic on our high tunnel yesterday. We still got to finish the curtains and the doors. But one of our friends from church got accepted a high tunnel grant as well. And then he asked me, Adrian, and Val to put it up for him. So that's what we're doing for the next couple of days here. Val and Adrian have been out there all morning. They beat in the posts and they started working on the trusses. I got the pallet forks on the flatbed here, and we are gonna go ahead and hopefully have it up in the next couple of hours. Then work on the baseboards, the same as ours. It's exact same high tunnel as ours as well. So it is what it is. I know, you know, we've been doing a lot of construction lately, but that's what we're doing. So there's not much to it. So we're gonna head over to his place and start working on the high tunnel. Alrighty, so this is it right here. Me and Adrian are working on the trusses, and Val and his wife are working on the post there, and we're slowly getting it done here. Hopefully by tonight we'll have a standing tunnel. So it's going pretty smoothly overall, so we're gonna get to it now and see what else we can do. Alrighty, so we gotta leave here tonight. We're gonna come back in the morning and finish beating those posts up here. But we gotta go home and make cider because on Thursday we're gonna have a busy crowd for Thanksgiving. Tomorrow and Thursday for Thanksgiving. So we're gonna go home, make cider, be back here in the morning, and hopefully the trusses, and we go pulling pipes. I mean, if we're all dedicated to get this thing done, you know, 3 to 4 days max, this thing will be done. So it's not too bad. Ours took forever because we were just hit and miss whenever we had the chance. But so far so good. We're not complaining. See you guys in the morning. So the temperature dramatically, I can't even speak this morning. So the temperature has dropped since yesterday, and it is nice and cold. We had a big storm coming last night. It wasn't rain, it was just high winds. We had wind gusts about 60 miles an hour, and the wind was on average at 2 in the morning when I went in after we made cider. It was about 50 miles per hour. And I talked to Val, and some of the strawberry roll covers came off, and that's just a big pain. I gotta go fix those. But now we're at home, and Val and Isaac are at, putting up the other high tunnel at our friend's place. But me and my dad, we're gonna go ahead and put the doors on our high tunnel and start working on the curtains. Adrian has to go to a farmer's market this afternoon for pre-Thanksgiving stuff. So me and my dad have put the doors up, so I'm gonna get to it. So we done this door exactly like the other one, and we had to drill a hole through there. So this is a latch right here. Let me explain this a little. So this is one piece, the whole entire bolt goes through there, moves both sides, and then this door doesn't always be solid. We only use this door when we bring pallets and stuff in here. So then you come through, lock it, just like that, and then whenever you want to open this door, it's just pick up that pin from the ground right there. And then we have this 2x4 up here, so we won't let it come in. And just as simple as that, piece of cake gets it done. So not too bad, not too bad. Just that's why it's very important to put the header in and those posts in straight, because as you guys can see here, This is nice, it's almost flush there between the crack there, and then there's about I'll say 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch between there. So it's just like any other construction job, make sure it's all nice, straight, and perfect. So if you work hard before the doors are up, then the doors go super easy. But if you don't put the header on correctly and the frame, then the doors are just a pain in the butt. And we've learned our lesson on that. So work hard, work smart and not hard, and then you get it done. So keep moving it. So door number 2 is complete and just looking pretty good, pretty good. We had to do some leveling out here with the tractor, but overall came out nice. Now for the curtains, and then we will be done completely. As you guys seen, for the past couple of weeks, we've been doing a lot of construction, even here on our farm, and for, you know, that friend from church and a few other people. And I haven't been filming all of the construction jobs we've been doing, but as you guys know, we are a seasonal business. So, you know, for us in the wintertime, things really slow down, you know, financially. So my brother Val, he has, like, it's not really construction business, but he does a lot of construction jobs through the winter. And we build carports, you know, some, you know, high tunnels and stuff like agricultural based stuff, or not even, you know, just all kinds of, you know, stuff that need to be built. The past few years, what I have been doing is, you know, I try to help people out. And there's, like, for example, there's this church out of just a local church in our area, and they want to put in a small orchard in the garden, and they've asked for my help to, you know, kind of measure stuff out, you know, kind of teach them about different things about fruit production and just about basic stuff about gardening and stuff. So that's some of the stuff that, you know, that I offer. You know, if you guys are in the Ozarks area, you know, go ahead and send me a email at realfarmerdre.com, and, you know, just, you know, some of the services that we can provide here on our farm. And like I mentioned, whenever things slow down and we're not producing anything, then we have a little bit of a wiggle room to help other people out and kind of give back to our communities. And one of the bigger projects that we're working on now is one of the local school districts wants to put in a kind of, I don't know what they're calling it, but it's a few acres of fruit trees, a few high tunnels and stuff, and they asked for our help. You know, since we had the experience of building stuff, and we have the marketing, you know, the marketing part of it, and we have, you know, our business philosophy. You know, they like the way we're working. So that's some of the services we do offer in the winter time here in our area. So, you know, if you guys now have any questions or comments or anything, leave me an email to sit and talk on the phone for a few hours, or just for a half hour or so. You know, we could sit down and talk if you guys are, you know, wanting to get in this industry about fruit production, or just anything in general, you know, farm related, you know. And our farm is more than just a orchard. You know, we try to give back always to people that are wanting to get in this industry, because we're, you know, farmers, they make, you know, they could make a hard profit, you know, and we're here to try to help out the people that, you know, are in need and don't know what to do. And we're pretty fortunate. My brother Radu, he has a lot of different contacts with different grocery stores and stuff. So if a farmer is having problems to get rid of their product, you know, they contact us, and they were like, yeah, we have so-and-so. We talk to the managers from so-and-so store, and then we deliver their products. With all of us siblings in our family, you know, me, Val, Adrian, Radu, and then my sisters in the bakery, you know, all together, we come together, and then, you know, we kind of create like this community of helping each other out. And that's what our main purpose here on our farm. And we're not just about producing fruit or vegetables. It's always about, you know, thinking outside the box and thinking outside the picture, and just trying to help each other out. And some of the big plans that we're looking into the future is we want to be that example farm. Is that when people come out to our farm, you know, for a tour, or if they have any questions about anything, they want to talk to us in person, then we could actually talk to them, you know, in person, and they could come out to the farm and we could show them, you know, the hands-on portion of it. And, you know, we will be very transparent exactly what we're doing. So that's our goal, is to be, you know, that example farm in our area. So that's why one of the reasons the pavilion is going up is that we want to start holding small, you know, like 1 or 2 day courses on a specific topic, you know, to help people out, people who need, you know, the information that you can't find anywhere. So with my degree and the hands-on experience, you know, you can't go wrong with, you know, with talking with an expert. And by no means I'm no expert, but, you know, for what I know, you know, there's always, you know, you might learn 1 or 2 things from me, you might learn 1 or 2 things from another farmer, you might learn 3 or 4 things from, you know, the extension agents. And if you put them all together, then you could just do stuff on your farm how you think it's right for you. Alrighty, so it is Friday morning. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. We didn't do much on the farm. We just spent time with family, and there's a million things to be thankful for, but I am extremely thankful for all of you guys, my subscribers, the supporters of my channel. I want to say thank you that you guys have been here from the beginning. And right now, what I'm doing is I'm working on the curtains, and I've just realized that I should probably make a complete video on a complete how-to video on the curtains just alone. So this is gonna be pretty much it for today for this video. If you guys want to stay tuned for the next video. And the reason I'm doing a complete video is because a lot of people have come out to our farm and looked at our curtain system, because we do a little different than everybody else, and ours seems to be working really good, because this is the exact same system we had when we had our turkey farm back 6 years ago now, and we stole this system that we're using for the curtains from the turkey farm. So it works great. And, you know, I figured instead of just putting in this video, I'm just gonna make a complete separate video about that. So this is gonna be pretty much it for today. If you guys haven't already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead, like this video if you guys really enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that notification bell or icon to be notified when I do post a video. I want to say thanks for watching up to this point. You guys have a good day, and we will see you next time.